Hey, everybody, and welcome to Raw Dogs, your favorite podcast about two cool guys talking about video games. There's not a lot of podcasts, but just two white dudes who talk about video games. We're trying to set the trend for the future of podcasting.
We really missed our chance to call this podcast The Two Cool Guys.
Damn it. God, that's such a good name. Instead, they're like, is this an anti-condom podcast? Or is this about dog food? Because there is a Raw Dogs that is just about like organic dog food as well.
I threw out the title as like a joke. And
I
then
think I threw out the title.
Did you?
No, you and I have had this discussion before. We both think we came up with the name. And either way, we're both right.
Then we're geniuses no matter what.
Yeah. Maybe you did. I don't know.
I must have said... Back then, I was saying raw dogging a lot.
Yeah. Maybe you said raw dogging, and I'm like, what if we did that?
Man, it's like one of those pitch meetings. What if we called it the PlayStation 5?
What?
Huh?
After the 4? The other day, we're in my new finished basement for listeners.
Oh, yeah.
The other day, Carly mentioned to her friend yesterday, she's like, oh, Brad's down in the dungeon. I'm like, I kind of like that name for the basement area. Call it the dungeon.
Honestly, the dungeon's cool.
It's kind of cool.
But way to like, that really is, it's so reductive. Basements are awesome.
But the dungeon, it's like, I'm going to put like my Robert Baratheon Warhammer up on the wall.
Oh.
Yeah, it'll be like a dungeon.
Yeah, we could call it stuff like the fart cave.
The fart cave. Now, that's fun.
Yeah.
But this whole house is the fart cave, Dylan.
Yes.
For those listening, if you couldn't tell, we talk about video games here and beer as well. Special thanks to Dave Wise, fucking awesome composer for our theme song.
Absolutely.
Special thanks to Bryant Ross for our amazing logo. We're going to be drinking a beer here from Fuel Cafe, actually from Lakefront Brewery.
But it's from Fuel Cafe. They shut down.
This is a retro pack that Lakefront Brewery just released of 4 of their old beers, and they made them again.
I was going to say that's a little sad, though. I liked Fuel Cafe.
Yeah. So this is a new one, despite that Fuel closed. It's a stout brewed with coffee. Yeah.
Don't look up where I live. Or do. Come say hi. I've got a lot of time on my hands.
Big coffee flavor. I do like that.
It's very rich. It's got like more mocha notes.
Yes. Definitely finishes like a stout. I prefer my coffee beers to taste more like coffee than beer.
I do too.
And this one's close. It's not my favorite coffee beer, but it is very good.
It's a little tinny at the back end, but I actually really like this.
Today, we are talking about Hades 2. Before we get into Hades 2, let's just kind of shoot the shit on Hades 1 for a second.
Sure, let's do it. So I got Hades 1 on the Switch the day it came out. Now, I wasn't doing any of the early access stuff.
Okay.
But it was the height of the pandemic. I believe it came out in May of 2020.
That sounds right.
Because I just remember, I can make this my job. And so I was playing this game from start to finish for about 2 weeks. And that's all I did.
Yeah. Supergiant. This was a major breakthrough for them. I don't remember if you were the one who told me. Was this a pick for Indie Games Month, maybe?
No, I think I just yelled at you guys about it. Because I told Tom, then I told you, and our cast wasn't nearly as large as it ended up being, obviously. But I was like, you have to play this. We're a video game podcast. Come on.
Well, and this didn't look like a game for me initially.
Yeah.
This is the first roguelite that I had played.
Mm-hmm.
And the concept was elusive to me. And I think it was probably halfway through my first run. I'm like, wait a second. The fuck?
Yeah.
And so hooked.
You thought you were just going to have to start over with nothing.
Well, and once I realized that it was a narrative through line and it was all like one continuous progression.
Yeah.
I liked that a lot. I I don't think it was by any means the first to do anything like this, but to
No.
me it was just so perfectly told, the story where Zagreus is searching for his mom, mad at his dad.
He wants to get to the surface.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful game. I love Greek mythology.
Same. I think a lot of people do. I think that's like the through line. I think they chose such a brilliant way of doing it too, because they kind of made they have their set mythologies, but the way that they play with it is just so different than like, say, like your Percy Jacksons or
Percy Jacksons.
You love Percy Jackson.
I remember in high school and in middle school having books on Greek mythology, and I was raised Catholic, so I was like, damn, their gods are way cooler.
Yeah. Catholic mythology really does kind of just suck.
Old Testament stuff can be fun.
It can be interesting, but
And
not
then once you get to
fun.
the Mormon religion, it's kind of fun. If you go to the Third Testament. Or not the Third Testament, the third book. I forget how it works.
They're going to come after us. Don't.
Jesus came to America. I was always a big fan of Greek mythology. And so to see names I recognize like Aphrodite, seeing Zeus, like Poseidon, Dionysus, I'm like, that dude is a degenerate.
Oh, yeah. He was my favorite in one.
And it's got that classic Supergiant, like everyone, their sex is turned up to 11. It's just like a horny fucking game. It's like not overt horny, but it is low key super horny.
It's horny in the way that all of these characters are physically appealing. And I have to really hand it to the artist who does like most of Supergiant Games stuff.
Gen Z.
Yeah.
That's not the generation, but that's her name.
She does such a fabulous job of, because they are basically still images, of conveying so much within those.
There's so much detail.
If this game did not have this particular art style, I don't think it would have been nearly as successful.
Yeah. And there's a lot of subtle things too. I was reading the other day about some of the art design for characters in Hades 2. And if there are a character that is not like a direct Titan, they have like red, blue, and like green highlights signifying the three fates have an effect on them. And the older ones don't.
Shit, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Just like real little things like that.
I like that.
Yeah. So Hades 1 took over my life drastically for a while. And it is that kind of game where
One more run.
So easy to do one more run and accidentally do an entire run.
Yeah. You think you're only going to get so far, you try farming some stuff, and then suddenly it's just like, oh shit, I made it here.
I feel like Hades 1 was perfect in giving you different tasks too. Like, all right, I'm going to aim for these boons. I need to farm these things.
Yeah.
There's just like always a little bit more rounding out that you want to keep pushing.
There's always a reward for doing those things too.
You want to build your relationships.
Yeah, you want to give out your ambrosia. You actually become invested in all the characters back at like the Hades head office.
Yep.
That part is really interesting.
I love that the final boss of that game too is just sitting at his desk and you're like, and he's just, great job, Zag, you dumbass. I'm like, Dad, come on. You get to talk to the boss every time. It's kind of cool.
It's almost tame. It's kind of it's interesting that you have such like this crazy relationship with your dad in the game, but you still kind of have a weird reverence for him at the same time. Mm-hmm. And he's the villain. Until
you realize there's good reasons for what's happening and stuff like that. So Hades 1, huge, massive, massive success. The crew for Hades 2 is returning legends. Designer Amir Rao, engineering and design Gavin Simon, writing and design by Greg Cassavan, engineering Andrew Wang, music and sound Darren Korb, We Are Not Worthy, and art by Gen Z. There's a lot of cast. All the voice acting is phenomenal. I just wanted to call out for Hades 2, Melinoe is Judy Alice-Z. You might know her as Yone in Ghost of Yotai. Monique in Date Everything.
Monique is the bed? No?
That's too close to dating everything is the bed.
You can date the bed. You can date Vent.
I'm a big Vent guy.
The Vent is actually kind of a creepy one.
Yeah. She's Unifi in Unicorn Overlord.
Really? Unifi? Nice.
And the only other one I really wanted to call it was Hecate. That is Amelia Tyler. You will recognize her as the narrator from Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, yeah. Now I recognize.
Yes. So this development lead writer Greg Kasavin said the team was undecided as to if the game would receive a sequel. Typical of Supergiant's process, after completing a game, the team will determine what project next creates the most excitement for the team.
Lovely.
Great way to do it.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do? Let's put our heads together instead of have our corporate overlords tell us something. It was realized that many of the team felt there were more stories and mythological characters they could explore that were not included in Hades that made a prospect of a sequel the preferred option. Caspin said that they knew early on they did not want to return to Zagreus as the main character, so he began researching more into Greek mythology, coming across the Orphic hymns, one which described Melinoe as the daughter of Hades and Persephone, but otherwise very little is written about her. She is also tied to the occult side of Greek mythology, allowing them to introduce magic as a gameplay mechanic, as well as the figure of Hecate, her mentor.
Yeah. A very cool thing, too. Immediately, you get a brand new vibe off of this game.
I love her design.
Oh, she's great.
One of the only things written about that character ever is the color of her dress being like a sage dress. And otherwise, they had like a lot of liberty to kind of do what they wanted, which is cool.
I like the witchy magic stuff. I'm always into that. Love me a witch girl. It's really interesting, too, that they chose a character with very little written about them and just expanded on that. Because even Jordan watching me play it, she's also really into Greek mythology, and she's like, who's Melinoe? And I'm like, there's some writing about her, but not really.
Yeah, I'm sure when they found out, like, oh, Zagreus has a little sister, awesome.
Yeah.
Because these are about, Greek mythology is about family problems.
Lots of incest, too.
Oh, lots of incest. So we'll talk a little bit about the timeline, and you'll have perspectives on this, not the story timeline, but like the development and access timeline, because you played Hades 2
early
in
access.
the beta.
I played about a year ago from basically, or a year and a half ago, maybe a year and a half ago on my Steam Deck.
Okay, so pre-release and early access preparation. Initial development started in 2021. They announced December 8th, 2022 that the game was unveiled during the Game Awards, generating a fuck ton of immediate excitement.
That was a long time ago.
I remember just like Hades 2, then Death Stranding 2 was announced that same day, I want to say.
I remember watching this on the turlet.
I was freaking out because
Death Stranding 2, I was like, oh shit.
Just so many sequels for beloved games announced at once. And then they of course all hit this year. Early November 14th, 2023, Supergiant announced that an early access launch was planned for Q2 2024. Early access started May 6th of 2024, released on PC via Steam and the Epic Games Store. The early access version launched with a substantial amount of content, at least as much as the first Hades had in its own early access debut. Were you there right at May 6th then, probably?
No. I was reading Reddits about it, and I'm like, I was basically trying to figure out how much of the game can I play? Will I actually feel like I actually got an experience out of this?
Is it too early?
Is it too early? And when I played, I got to as far as you could possibly go.
Yeah.
Literally, they gated it off. They gave you a little message like, hey, congratulations. There's a lot more coming, by the way. And I'm like, man, bullshit. I defeated like Kronos. And I was like,
you didn't realize that was only one of the different areas that you can run through.
But I had seen some of the gates within the game. The gates were still there, but you just could not access them.
I remember starting Hades 2. You go down, and I'm like, there's a gate going the other direction. And it doesn't say what's going to happen. I'm like, what the fuck's that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was exciting. Early access. The Olympic update came October 16th of 2024. The early access version launch.
This is probably when I started playing it.
This major expansion added a new surface region leading to Mount Olympus, a new weapon, the Black Coat, new familiars, and additional Olympian deities like Athena and Dionysus. This update introduced the Oath of the Unseen, allowing players to add modifiers for greater challenge and better rewards.
Yeah.
The Warsong update came February 19th, 2025, added a new final surface area confrontation, the Olympian god Eris, and more progression-oriented features. The Unseen update came June 17th, 2025. Hidden aspects for all the nocturnal arms, more powerful boss encounters through the Vow of Rivals, new hexes from Selene, and additional narrative events. The update brought extensive quality of life improvements and final additions based on player feedback.
So, from what I had played during this time, I was telling you guys on Discord that it was basically like the guts were all in the body. Everything was there. Everything was in that sense was like all ready to go.
Yeah.
It's kind of amazing how much polish they already had when they sent this out.
Yeah.
And it, just for people to see, because I was confused. I was like, this is just what the game is, right? Like, this is essentially, what I'm going to get out of this situation. I was wrong.
I remember you playing the game. You just like come here shaking your head like, Brad, you're going to fucking love it. You should just play it. And I'm like, I'll wait.
You would? Yeah.
Once it was conveniently on my Switch 2, I was happy to jump in. But I remember you were just coming in so high on it every time that you would talk about it.
Well, I was addicted. You start a game like this and it just gets its hooks in you. Just that replayability, the over and over, and it doesn't really like wear you down. You just really feel like, let's do it again.
Yeah.
It's great.
And the game released fully September 25th, 2025. The full launch included the true ending of the story, which was new, numerous new character events, 50 new achievements, new keepsakes, and new music. Launched as a time console exclusive for the new Nintendo hardware, as well as on PC and Steam. Interesting, it's a Switch 2 exclusive. It'll eventually come to the Xbox and PlayStation, I imagine.
That is how it was for the first one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It is such a good handheld game. It is so good on the Switch 2.
It's pretty astonishing when you play it in handheld how the text is so fucking readable. There's a lot going on in that game.
This is just such a beautiful Switch 2 game.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is showcasing the power of the Switch 2 quite well.
The animations are all really great. Everything, I think what this game does better than 1 is that everything's a little more clear on the map and it pulls back a little bit. You actually see more of the surrounding area because it's more about crowd control in this one and less about like trying to get through like a horde of enemies quicker.
I was watching a YouTube video on this and they said like a lot of Hades 2's file sizes are way smaller. Mm-hmm. Hades 2 is actually all rendered in 3D instead of like all drawings that they have to have all of that data for. That's beyond my pay grade, but this was actually rendered in 3D instead of 2D, which I think is interesting to note.
Could have fooled me.
Critically, Hades 2, people seem to like it.
People seem to love it.
Yeah, people are all over it. Review aggregators like Metacritic and OpenCritic reporting that 98% of critics recommend the game. Widespread high scores, including a 35 out of 40 from Famitsu. That seems low, but Famitsu is kind of...
they're more JRPG people.
Square Enix, 10 out of 10.
Every Dragon Quest they fucking give like a 40.
50 out of 40. Dragon Quest does it again. There's a slime.
I do like their grading system because then you get 4 perspectives and then they aggregate it. But sometimes I'm also just like, there are some brilliant games that Famitsu just gave like awful scores to. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you even doing?
That's why it's important to know your reviewers.
Yeah.
If you're just getting from IGN, who is this guy?
I don't know.
It's one of their 50 people that's half AI driven.
He could just be AI.
At this point, we can chit-chat maybe later in Doggies After Dark about Metroid Prime 4's current dilemma.
Oh, yeah. I haven't heard.
So, let's talk about Melinoe. This is just loosely going to be what the story of the game is. The younger sister of Zag, trained by Hecate to defeat Kronos, the Titan of Time. He has imprisoned their family and taken over the Underworld. Kronos is her grandfather. While Melinoe is able to repeatedly defeat Kronos, he uses time powers to return to life. During her quest to find a way to permanently defeat him, she learns that his army, led by Prometheus and Typhon, are attacking Mount Olympus as well. Melinoe and Hecate discover a way to defeat Typhon for good and use his power to make a spell against Kronos. They plan for Melinoe to defeat Kronos in the present, while a past version of Zagreus kills him in the past at the same time. Very cool.
It's very cool.
The first time you get through Kronos, and you
get
go
to the mirror.
You go to bed, then you go into the mirror, and you're speaking to Zagreus in the past, who doesn't even know he has a sister at this point. That version of Zagreus.
It's revealed pretty much early on when you look at the family portrait that Melinoe is a baby, and Zag looks basically the same age he was in Hades 1.
And she was actually lost to the family. She's been raised down here by Hecate, and
She was squirreled away when Hades was defeated by Kronos.
Yeah, so
That dandy fop.
Zagreus is like, well, why would I trust you? Who are you? Is this a dream?
Yeah.
All of it's super fun.
I like time travel stuff, and I think this one was executed pretty dang well, considering they're basically trying to erase the events of what you're playing, which is kind of weird, but I don't know. Including Zag is excellent.
Yes, the final secret boss battle of Zag.
Oh, yeah.
However, Zagreus instead reasons with Kronos by showing him a timeline where he had a happy life with Melinoe and their family, causing Kronos to repent. The reformed Kronos releases the family and helps Melinoe deal with alternate timeline versions of himself and Typhon to prevent their return. In the epilogue, Hecate reveals that I don't know if you knew this, Hecate is actually an alternate timeline Melinoe.
Oh, wow.
Once you max out the relationship, she reveals that she is indeed Melinoe, an alternate timeline raising herself.
That makes the scenes where they're playing hide and go seek so much cuter.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And-
that is cool.
Yeah, because they don't ever show both of Hecate's eyes at once, but she has the same multicolored eyes as Melinoe, which is kind of fun.
And did she just do more push-ups in this time or sit-ups in this timeline?
She did a lot. Fucking abs, dude. She successfully killed Kronos in that timeline, but was then flung back in time and raised her younger self to defeat Kronos correctly for once.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. So she was successful, but then shit went wrong because she didn't do it a specific way.
Didn't have the proper spell.
Hades 2 is a roguelike dungeon crawler game. We're not going to need to delve into what that means. But
maybe we should say a little something about how the game kind of functions so that people who might not have played these, because I recommended Hades 1 to a friend of mine recently who was laid off. And
Are you talking about yourself?
no, no. I look in the mirror all the time. I just talk to myself. I'm like a parrot.
Dylan, you can do this.
Yeah. And I'm like, no, dude, you just have to listen to me. You've got a lot of time on your hands, and do it.
Yeah.
He loves it. And I'm like, do you know what's great? You got the second one all lined up for when you're done with this one. So you get like double the pleasure.
Oh, yeah. The point of the game is there's a run with multiple locations inside of the run. You are going to be acquiring boons from various Olympians that will be altering your weapons. You have 6 different weapons. We're going to go into all of this stuff, but
Right. It's also a twin stick shooter, ostensibly. I'd put it in that realm.
I mean, kind of. It's not. You're not shooting. I mean, you're aiming your weapons, but
Yeah.
it is a little bit of a bullet hell at times, and at some points, it is a twin stick shooter, depending on which weapon you're using.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an action game. Yeah. So the 2 different paths. The Underworld one has Erebus, Oceanus, the Fields of Morning, and Tartarus, and the surface one, the City of Ephyra, the Rift of Thessaly, Mount Olympus, and the Summit. You have the primary attack, a secondary special attack, and as well as a dash that provides additional mobility, and a new version of the magic cast allows the player to lock their enemies in place.
Love the cast.
Very good.
I'm not a huge fan of, I don't remember what the diamond is that Zag shoots out, the crystal or whatever.
It's like a ranged attack, but then he's weaker without him, so you have to go pick him up.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you push it into an enemy and then you pull it back depending on what you need to do.
Right. That enemy would be weaker if they have him. Yes.
Yeah.
This also has the magic bar, a combat resource used for moves that recharge by attacking enemies.
I like the MP system.
Shout out to Hestia, my girl, for the best magic ability.
Yeah.
We'll talk about preferred ones later, but Hestia is a core aspect of it. Throughout the run, you will receive boons from Olympians, each of which provides a choice of 3 persistent boosts and effects for that run. You'll also receive 1 of 3 hexes. Summon attacks that call upon the power of the goddess Selene may also be chosen and gradually enhanced via its own skill tree.
I love the mega attacks in this.
I didn't use it for I'm not the Omega attacks. I'm talking about the Selene hex.
Oh, I use them all the time.
Well, I didn't at first is what I'm saying. I was like, I don't know how to do it. I don't know what it is. It's overpowered as shit. Essentially, it's going to be your Kamehameha, your freeze time, your massive AoE bombs, morph enemies.
I've been in Tartarus too long, but I still need a few more boons before I face Kronos. So I got to wipe this room clean because I'm low on health. That's how I would basically use it.
You would wipe out extra enemies to acquire more HP?
Yeah, well, I mean, you can go deeper into Tartarus and gain more boons and like money and stuff for that final shop area.
Oh yeah,
you can take the express route, or you can go get more shit.
Never.
But those increasingly get harder and harder as you keep going into them. It's not unlimited, but there are runs where I've done a lot of that.
It's amazing how much I struggled at first, but then once you finally figure it out and get through it, you never die anymore.
No.
Generally. But also I don't fuck around
Sometimes
with the stupid weapons.
I mean, I've kind of fucked around with all of them. We'll get into it.
Yes. If Melinoe loses all of her HP while having no death defiances left, she is defeated and must return to the crossroads, which acts as the game's overworld between attempts. Here the player can use items recovered from runs to impact the metagame, such as unlocking and upgrading abilities for Melinoe, crafting incantations which enable new features to appear in future runs, or obtaining and upgrading new weapons. She can also interact with the various characters of the crossroads and improve her bonds with them. Important. Mm-hmm. You'll get your Arcana cards, and these are just meta upgrades, more death defiances, heal HP. You'll get the ability
quicker movements,
alter, reroll boons to get different things there.
Yeah. I really like the Arcana system.
Yeah, it's great. Once I kind of got my set, though, once I maxed it out,
and we all know which ones most people pick. There are so many obvious ones, but if you're doing like a magic run, there are a few in there that you might want to swap around.
Yes. And especially when you're doing some of the late game meta stuff.
Yeah.
You can get like 10 rerolls if you do a certain number of cards in the bottom left corner. Mm-hmm. And that way, if you're not getting like the certain boons you're looking for or certain rooms, having extra ones of those really helps.
Poseidon ones.
I actually don't mind Poseidon, but that's because I was always using a certain weapon that I liked more with it.
Which staff?
The Umbral Arms. Because if they knock him away, it's just a range attack that keeps knocking him away, so they'll never get close enough to hit me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Poseidon's my boy. I don't mind him too much. There's not many. Aphrodite is the only one that not Aphrodite. Wait, is she the goddess of love? Yeah. She's the only one that I kind of avoid. You weren't really using the Moonstone Axe. That's what I just learned. No. Nope, I don't. It was too slow. Combat also has Omega moves. Mm-hmm. That's like where you charge attack, charge special, or charge cast. Mm-hmm. And this greatly varies depending on which weapon you're using.
Some of them are really good, and some of them are all right.
I find that I always rely more so on certain attacks. I'll avoid specials completely with some weapons, or I'll only use specials for some weapons, which I think is a weakness for me. I need to be broadening. Always good to throw casts out because you're constantly slowing enemies. Oh, yeah, and I always charge my cast. I usually do. I usually get the time to do it. I think the best part about this game is like the crowd controls. It kind of hits that Vampire Survivors itch a little bit in a few ways because you're just the battlefields, the barriers to the actual hitboxes of like the outer territories of it. Sometimes they can get a little weird. Yeah.
So, trying to keep everything managed is very important because you don't want to get stuck in one of those fucking corners.
My biggest issue is when she cannot dash through certain spots, which look like she can dash through, and I wind up getting trapped and just smacked the shit out of.
Yeah, that bothers the hell out of me too.
Then you have your hexes, which we mentioned, the powerful abilities. You can upgrade them. God-sent hexes are upgraded versions of those unlocked through the Path of Stars. Mm-hmm. They function similarly to duo boons, combining the power of Selene with a specific Olympian god. And then you can get armor. You have health and magic. You're going to be upgrading all of these things along the way. The Nocturnal Arms. We have the Witch's Staff. This is the one you start with.
I like it.
It's very much like Zagreus' Spear.
It's very much the spear. Because when I hear the word staff, I imagine a fireball shooting out of it.
Right.
But it's more like a a kinetic spell, like a force, like a just a magic spear that shoots out very quickly.
It's got the same kind of cadence to Zagreus as well. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3 dash. 1, 2, 3 dash.
Yeah.
Yep.
Precise mid-range melee attacks and can launch charged long-range magical projectiles with its special.
I'm not a huge fan of the special on the witch's staff.
No, what's great about the staff is it's got a little bit of distance and it just staggers enemies. So if they don't have armor, you can just lock them. Mm-hmm. As long as no one's coming around the other side, you can just stand there.
Oh, it's great.
But armor will fuck you up. You have the Sister Blades. These are a pair of fast attacking daggers designed for aggressive close quarters combat. The special attack throws multiple knives when upgraded. It can be an excellent source of quick damage. There's a variant of these which vastly increases back attacks, which I like that one. Mm-hmm. I always find myself getting into trouble with this, though, because it's very close oriented.
Yeah, sometimes you can't tell how far away you are from the enemy that you're facing. And oftentimes sometimes there's like no clear hitbox. I'm saying that way too much for like their attacks. So if you have distance, you can kind of just know you're staying away from it. But with the Sister Blades, it's like, am I going to get hit by this? I feel like I'm not going to. And sometimes you just get hit anyway.
Sometimes there are just too many visual elements
on screen. Yeah.
And at least I feel like with bullet hells, I don't know if it's just like the color coordinating where I can usually like perceive what's happening in a lot of bullet hell games, even if it's just very busy. With this one, sometimes there is so much clutter.
Well, I mean, I think with bullet hell specifically, you are trying to avoid all this stuff no matter what. You're not getting close to things because that's not like the point of it. But when you're a character that's using a melee weapon, you have to be right next to the enemy. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if it's more coloring or enemy spacing or what.
The Moonstone Axe, this is
my favorite.
This is your favorite. Mm-hmm. Slow but powerful two-handed axe delivering heavy damage with each strike. Its charge attack can be used to perform a wide spinning cleave, and its special is an effective defensive move.
The special for the regular attack, the spinning one, it's too much of a risk, but it's the special Omega cast is excellent if you know what you're doing with it.
Yeah.
So the thing that people complain about is the 3 combo in the Moonstone Axe.
Too slow.
But you don't have to do that third attack if you don't want to. You can cancel it out with the special.
Okay.
So you can do basically a combo cancel. So if you feel like that last hit isn't going to work for you, you can cancel out with an upward spin of the axe, and then you can dash out of there.
I'm too much of a run and gun and just aggressive player. Mm-hmm. And this weapon gets me into trouble because I don't know how to back off, and I get in too far, and it takes a long time.
Yeah, that final attack.
That's on me.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But I'm more methodical when I play these because I like staying away from the danger, but I like feeling powerful at the same time. So if you upgrade with like Apollo's like light on the axe and it gets like a bigger swing, you can really fuck some fucking shit up.
The Daedalus hammers are all unique for these weapons too, mm-hmm. and some of them like increase attack speed. That's huge for this. You can also with like the Sister Blades, like double your length of the attacks. Huge.
That makes that weapon way easier to use.
Yeah. Sometimes it just seems like it's not viable without the right Daedalus hammer, which hurts a little bit.
I mean, I think that some people really relish in it. I know Tony on the Discord, he really likes the Sister Blades.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And I mean, there's one that you're going to be talking about that I just think is kind of cheap and tawdry.
Umbral Flames?
Yeah.
You think it's tawdry, huh?
Tawdry.
Why do you say that?
I think being able to spam too much is a bad thing in video games. There is a way to keep going.
Are you saying this is my crutch?
It's your crutch.
What? Just like in Elden Ring, one of my first playthroughs, you're like using the Sword of Night and Flame. It's like, it's fine that you're doing it. It's a little bit of a crutch. And I was like, oh, my pride.
It's, for me, I get like, when I started using it, I'm like, am I actually playing a video game right now? Or am I just like, I don't know. It's a judgment thing. I should be less, awful about it, but at the same time,
there's no way to play a game wrong.
No, there's no way to play it wrong. I just find it to be like, all right, yeah, you just hold down that button and you kind of stay away and you regen your mana and.
As long as it can be completely ruined if you get the wrong magic recuperation.
Oh yeah. You got to be prepared for that one.
And I find, yes, the Umbral Flames are my favorite weapon. The twin torches fire quick magical projectiles, providing ranged AoE damage. The special unleashes a revolving projectile.
Oh, I hate that special too.
That can deal additional damage. Never touch it. I will only use my Omega attack, where you just hold it down.
Yep. I think that's the biggest problem with it, is that its special doesn't do anything, because it's a bunch of flames that spin out in a radius, and they kind of have this like helix effect or like a spiral effect. So you can't tell where they're going to hit.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of using it to use it.
I never use it.
I never fucking did, because every time I did, even when I got a decent boon for it, I'd be like, yeah, but it's not hitting anything.
No. Yeah, the Omega attack is the only thing you need. And,
honestly.
Yeah, it's how I destroyed so many bosses.
It's how I beat Kronos the first time. I get it.
It's how I beat everything. It's how I've gotten up to, I think, 16 out of 32 or whatever it is on those special ones. There is the Argent Skull. This is, I think, by far my least favorite weapon.
I enjoy it.
A launcher that fires explosive skulls. After exploding, you must collect the spent skull to recharge, which rewards high-risk, high-reward gameplay.
It's cool. It's like a shotgun.
I don't like having to pick up stuff. I'm not a Pikmin guy. I don't want to throw my Pikmin and go pick up my Pikmin. I don't want to.
Sometimes the Pikmin come back to you.
Not with these skulls, though. And
there are boons that make them easier to pick up.
I just don't. I don't like the idea of throwing and regathering.
But their attacks, the attack on those things is just off the chain.
I think I probably have only done like 5 runs with them.
Oh man, I like it.
Yeah, not for me.
No, I know. Yeah, that's fine.
And then the last one you unlock is the Black Coat.
I like the Black Coat.
A magical cloak that allows Melinoe to become intangible and launch projectiles, offers a highly mobile and evasive playstyle, with the Omega Special launching powerful rockets. Great. This one's pretty great.
It's like she's wearing an Iron Man suit.
Yeah, and it's just like powerful melee. They're not super long, but like I think it's a really cool weapon.
I do like the special on this one where you can hold it to kind of lock on enemies and shoot missiles at them. That was the big gripe with my friend who was playing Hades 1. He's like, why does that exist here? And I'm like, dog, it's just video games, dude.
And that weapon returns with my girlfriend in this game, Eris.
Oh, Eris is your girlfriend.
She actually she has that same rocket launcher that Zeg had.
She's got that pixie cut and it really works for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll talk about my wife later.
Moros?
No.
He's my dude.
Moros is cool. Actually, Hera is my milky mommy.
Speaking of relationships, you advance your relationships with all the different gods and characters through nectar is the first thing you give them. It's like when you buy your friend a beer.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden Dylan's like, I like Brad more. You bought me a beer.
Yeah.
And eventually you buy Dylan 10 beers and he's like, this is great. And then you buy him a bottle-aged beer for Christmas, which is the Ambrosia. And he's like, we're best friends now.
It's really fun. Like, the dialogue is so cool because it's like, I know that story. I know when he did that. I know the story of like the Golden Fleece or whatever.
It's great.
Yeah, it's cool.
The way they take known Greek mythology and reference it, like all of Odysseus' stuff is fantastic in this game. That Cyclops that talks like a gangster.
It makes me really upset that I'm probably going to hate The Odyssey by Christopher Nolan.
I'm not sure.
I think I'm just like, what are we doing here? With that gray look.
I've always held that Christopher Nolan is just the cerebral James Cameron.
That's almost too much praise for Christopher Nolan. Cerebral or edgelordy.
I've said before that Christopher Nolan seems like the kind of guy that thought about his movie for 5 years, and Tarantino was the guy that farted out a script in a day and then filmed some lady's feet, and somehow it's better than Christopher Nolan's movies. Not that Nolan's not good, but he just seems like he's trying so hard. And
I like maybe 3 Christopher Nolan movies, and I really don't count the Batman movies as Christopher Nolan.
Only the first one. Then the other ones were perfunctory for him to get money.
Like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Then there's also bath salts. You can take baths with characters.
That's fun.
Sign me up.
Yeah, please.
Including Dora, who doesn't have a body.
Mm-hmm.
And you can also go fishing with them.
Yeah, I like that.
And you'll note that you can also salute every character. Mm-hmm. So you know, it does nothing. It doesn't increase their relationships. That's for listeners. I know, I'm sure you knew, but you think, should I do it? Should I do it? It won't do anything.
I don't need to talk to every villager in Animal Crossing, you know?
Nope.
Oh.
So we'll talk now about some of the deities. We're not going to go into too much detail, but
that's fine. We should give them like a ranking out of 5 stars.
There's a lot of them.
That's fine. Let's do it. Let's go down the list.
The Unseen are a secret society consisting of chthonic deities and shades who serve the primordial goddess of night, Nyx. Originally an elite group of warriors, mages, and spies serving as protectors of the underworld and executing Nyx's will from the shadows. They became the resistance against the forces of the Titan Kronos and his forces after his usurping of the House of Hades. Their task, to defeat the Titan and restore Hades as the underworld's ruler. Mm-hmm. Our first one, Hecate. She is our guard. She doesn't have her own like boons or anything, but
no, I'd give her a 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5, especially because I'm also her, and I like me.
And I like her buff mommy tummy.
To be the classic witch design, but also have her abs out in just the most aggressive way. She's like, I didn't work this hard to not show them.
Now, in the game, she's described as a Titan.
Is she?
She could be lying, but she's called like the Titan of the Crossroads.
Well, she is. I thought she was the witch of the Crossroads.
I heard Titan. I thought she was a Titan.
I don't know. But she is like our guardian, our mentor, our teacher. We have Selene. She is our goddess, like the person that a lot of our powers derive from.
Yeah.
She has her own thing when you get her boon, like the moonlight comes down. Are we ranking them on their usefulness or just on their design? What do you want to rank them?
A mixture on everything, like just how we feel about them when they show up in the game.
If I get the hex I want, 5 out of 5. If she gives me bullshit hexes, 2 out of 5.
So I'm at a 4 with her just because of that reason.
If I get freeze time, 5 out of 5. If she gives me like AoE, that like big launch in the air, or like,
oh, I love that.
There's a lot of good ones. There's also a couple of bullshit ones. And if I get one I don't want, like morphing enemies is fine, and having an enemy turn is fine. It's mostly really cool if you use it on like Scylla and her sisters, because you can resurrect one of them to fight against them.
Oh, no shit.
And that's fun.
Oh, I never did that.
Yep. I'm sure you could also do it in the Prometheus and Heracles fight. Dora, her nickname, relationship with Epimetheus, and backstory pretty much directly confirmed this is Pandora of Pandora's box, much like Dusa was Medusa.
Well, that one's easy to...
Well, but it's following that same naming convention.
I kind of got that pretty quick. I'm not patting myself on the back, but I'm like, Dora, Pandora. Oh.
I was just thinking of that explorer girl.
She kind of has the same haircut.
I think it might actually be Dora from the show and not Pandora. We don't know. She is in charge of the Crossroads Renewal Project, a little ghost that hangs out inside your room.
She's a good friend. 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. I like that.
Sometimes I don't really want her around, but...
When she has those moments of extreme anger, which I think are fun.
Yeah, she thinks she's intimidating.
Her relationship quest takes too long. It requires too many conversations with Prometheus. We have Skelemius, now styling himself as Commander Skelemius. He now resides in the Crossroads, helping Melinoe with her training. 10 out of 5.
He's great.
His voice acting's fun. He's so cool.
Yeah, he's a really cool design.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 out of 5.
We have Charon. I got him tattooed right here on my arm. The boatman of the underworld and transition incarnate, responsible for ferrying deceased souls across the river and into the underworld.
I like him. He's my guy. 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. We find out that he's the one who sent Skelemius in the first game. Mm-hmm. And he never talks other than like a moan. And everyone just understands him.
That's what I like about him. He's cool and mysterious. He's also your shopkeeper.
Yep.
That's valuable. What's to hate?
Nothing to hate about this guy. We have Nemesis. Her official role is to serve as a sentry for the crossroads. She will occasionally slip away from her post and appear at the beginning of regular encounters to challenge you and see who can slay more enemies. Or she might offer you a, can I beat the shit out of you for an item? Can I take your money for an item? You can punch me if you do enough damage. You'll get a reward.
There are some times where I'm glad she's there, and so many of the times where she like takes the path that I wanted.
You can run ahead of her.
I know you can, but you got to be quick.
Yeah.
So if your decision making isn't on point, you're fucked.
It's funny that she can take the exit that you really wanted.
Yeah, and for that reason, she's a 3.5 out of 5.
I'll give her, if we're going to do half stars, yeah, we'll go 3.5 out of 5. She is one of the characters you can romance, which I do appreciate about her. Just like a tough chick. Odysseus, his official role is to serve as the strategist of the crossroads. He's the dude from the Odyssey. Taking his keepsake, the knucklebones, to Polyphemus, Scylla, and Circe results in special dialogue.
Oh.
Yep. So the Cyclops, he's the one who took the Cyclops' eye.
Yep.
Circe is the witch that turned most of his crew into pigs. In one of the pigs there actually has all of the tattoos of a sailor because it's one of his crew.
I didn't even notice. That's fun.
Next time you go there, you're going to see like sailor tattoos on one of the pigs.
She looks exactly like Squirrel Girl from Marvel Comics.
She's very squirrely.
Yeah, very much so.
And then, yeah, the sirens, he encountered them as well. So if you take his, eventually you get to a point, you take his keepsakes to there, and then he'll appear and talk with them as well.
Really?
Yep.
No shit.
Yeah, you have to wait for him to start asking you to take them, but Odysseus, 3 out of 5.
Yeah, he doesn't do a lot for me.
Nope. Hypnos, the embodiment of sleep, one of Nyx's many children and the younger twin brother of Thanatos from the first game, rescued by Hecate and brought to the crossroads after Kronos took control of the Underworld and has since fallen into a deep slumber from which he cannot be awoken.
I love him in the first game. In this one, he's inert. He's just hanging out, sleeping.
And eventually you get quests where you need to get certain things brewed in the cauldron.
Yep.
And you go into his dream, and then like there's one where it's all stuffed animals of like Zagreus and Cerberus. I'm like, that's cute. Mm-hmm. There's one with just like a long line at work.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
There's not a good ending. You go through because you have to go like 3 layers deep into his dream, a dream and a dream and a dream, and eventually he wakes up briefly, and then he disappears. I wanted there to be more of a payoff after all of that work and effort, and there really wasn't.
No.
3 out of 5.
Same.
We have Moros, the personification of doom, bad luck, and inevitability.
He's cool.
He's cool. He's like, I think the little brother of the 3 Fates.
I think so.
He essentially kind of knows a lot of what's going to happen, but he's like, I can't talk about it.
I like that he was basically in the space between like realities, because he's like, I don't want to deal with this shit.
Sympathize with that.
Oh, I know. I might have been the same way.
He's the one who gives us our list of fated prophecies,
which is really a really good way to get very tough very early on.
And it's better now because you can also like mark certain things to be looking for. If you go into your menu, say you need to require like certain boons from Athena, you're missing a certain ones, and they require you to also have something from Eris. If you go into there, you can mark what you're looking for, and then whenever you run into a boon, it'll give you a little mark of things required for stuff you're looking for.
Oh, fuck, I should have been doing that. I was trying to keep it all in my head, and it just wasn't working.
I only discovered this later on.
Oh, fuck. Well. Yes.
So, Moros, I don't love him too much, 2.5.
I'd give him a 3.5, because I like his attitude.
Circe, an enchantress known for her vast knowledge of potions, herbs, and for transforming her enemies or those who offend her into animals like pigs. One of Circe's pigs has a tattoo of an anchor on its side. Yep, I mentioned that. Circe can give you some pretty cool stuff.
There's some interesting things.
She's one of the, like, not merchant, but just like random weird boons that aren't tied to like a battle arena.
Yeah, which I like. I like having those spaces to kind of rethink your strategy and prepare for what's ahead.
4 out of 5?
3.5.
We have Medea, a witch from Colchis, who married the famous Greek hero Jason. After 10 years of marriage, Jason annulled the marriage to her and chose instead to wed the daughter of the king of Corinth. As a vengeance, she killed Jason's new bride and her sons by him, ensuring he would have no heir. Fucking awesome.
It's hot.
Occasionally helps Hecate raise Melinoe when the Titan goddess came to be in such a predicament and has vowed to stand guard at the city of Ephyra during their plight with Kronos. She gives you great stuff. I believe it's her that can give you an extra death defiance for your kitty companion.
Oh, yeah.
Her stuff's all cool. I like her design. 4.5 out of 5.
Same.
We're mostly in agreement with a lot of these. And that would bring us over to our Olympian gods.
Hell yeah.
I put Olympian good boons.
I like my frog boy.
Oh, we're not talking about the companions yet.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about the Olympians.
Okay. I know he's not an Olympian.
We love our frog.
My favorite Olympian is the... I haven't played the game. Is the frog.
I like the puppy.
I like the puppy.
I'm a dog guy. We have Zeus. Zeus's boons are centered around prowess with lightning, such as chain lightning and casting down lightning. He has the ability to blitz enemies, which is a curse, where after taking a certain amount of damage, afflicted foes get struck by lightning.
This is... Depending on how you pair it up, and if you have enough of his boons going at the same time, you can be absolutely destructive. But if you have just one of his boons, completely useless.
The chain lightning effect, if you have a fast attack, it's great because you're getting a lot of attacks out.
Oh, the sister blades with Zeus.
Then you're just causing so much damage, and then you get a boom that like increases the number of chain lightning bounces.
Yeah.
Can be devastating.
Can be.
Zeus, I think we'll just, for these boons, probably just like, we'll go out of 5 again, but to me, it's mostly about what Zeus's boons do for me, and that's like a 3.5.
For me, it's a 3.
Yeah.
I found myself actively avoiding him.
Until I found out about the chain lightning with the umbral flames, which works great.
Yeah.
That was actually the first way I beat Typhon, was with those.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just never saw much use in it because building Blitz it can be difficult depending on how fast your weapon is, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hera's boons focus primarily on inflicting hitch and altering boon rarity.
I like Hitch.
Hitch afflicted foes take 30% of damage dealt to other hitch afflicted foes. Lasts for 8 seconds. That can be huge as well.
Put that on the axe, baby.
Because every hit with the axe is massive damage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I find myself avoiding it more than using it.
I use a lot of Hitch, and also she, as I said, this is my wife or my mistress.
Zeus is going to kick your butt, dude.
You can't be a hypocrite about this. I know they've got an open thing.
I was a goose and fucked a lady once.
Yeah.
She didn't even know.
Or that time I was a bull. I have a specific fetish.
I like being an animal. Hera, for me, 3 out of 5.
I'm going to give her a 4.5 out of 5.
Mommy status.
Yeah.
Poseidon's boons focus on adding knockback to abilities and improving room rewards. Froth-afflicted foes have a 25% chance to take 50 damage for 3 seconds. Weird.
I think the pushing back of enemies just wasn't powerful enough, like, boon to have.
The axe, it doesn't seem like something you'd really want.
With the axe, no. You need them close by. That's why Aphrodite's so good with it.
Yeah. It's great when you have something that you're spamming, because then it just like keeps them at just like a set distance.
I will say that the treasure boon is very good.
Yeah.
That's maybe the one that like you get that and you're just like, oh fuck yeah, and you get it early in the game, especially early in the run.
Yeah.
You're fucking set up for the rest of the game.
He just seems like that cool uncle.
He's pretty cool.
He's always like, "What's up?"
Yeah, he's got a little Jason Momoa thing going on. I wonder if that's like on purpose.
Just Aquaman.
My man.
Yeah. 4 out of 5.
3.5.
Demeter, her boons focus on adding chill to abilities, improving healing, and various debuffs. Freeze will stop afflicted foes for 2 seconds, can be reapplied after 10 seconds, and Gust afflicted foes are 20% slower, and their ranged shots travel 60% slower. This status effect lasts for 3 seconds.
I like Demeter.
I love her.
Yeah.
This is Grandma.
Yeah, this is Nana.
And
also still surprisingly hot.
They Gen Z, I watched a video of her. She was like, it's so fun going back and designing characters again.
Yeah.
What could I have done differently? Have they changed it all in this brief time in the span of gods? And I like her design in this one more than the other one. Demeter is my favorite boon. For the Umbral Flames, if I get freeze on my attack, it's such a good initial stop.
It just holds people off, yeah.
Just holds them off. And
I like the Gust.
yeah.
Yeah. Especially with like Omega casting.
Mm-hmm.
Just rip roaring.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
5 out of 5.
Also, tornadoes are cool. Yeah, 5 out of 5.
Apollo's boons focus on inflicting daze and expanding the area affected by abilities. Daze is a curse where they have a 20% chance to deal no damage. And that lasts for 9 seconds.
Apollo is a 5 out of 5 because of what you can pair this with.
Okay.
To have a wider range of attack and attack more enemies at the same time, and then if you have let's say the chain lightning going on with that,
Yeah.
you can really fuck some shit up.
He's always middle of the road for me. All right, maybe a little higher. He's never the one that I'm looking for, but always one I'm happy to get.
Try him with the Moonstone Axe.
Okay.
Give that a shot.
4 out of 5.
5 for me.
Aphrodite, otherwise known as... Is she wearing any clothing? Her boons focus on inflicting weak and charmed on opponents, as well as improving survivability.
Bayonetta has taught us that hair can be clothing.
Hair can be clothing.
Yeah.
And also weapon, which
True.
she learned from Sindel. Aphrodite inflicts weak on enemies.
Mm-hmm.
This deals... They can deal at least 10% less damage or more. Lasts for 3 seconds. And she can also just if you're in the area of an enemy, they have weak on them, or she can bolster your health, your magic. I wind up liking her more than I think I do because I avoid her for so long, and then I'll go heavy into Aphrodite runs,
Yeah.
and I'm I actually really like her.
Well, there's some bosses where you're in more of an enclosed space, and having that kind of buffer of damage is pretty good.
Yeah.
And if you're up close and personal, like when I'm using the axe, there's nothing that beats it.
I think that she's got that classic. Nobody wants to be the support character for a party.
Nobody wants to be the Pink Ranger.
Well, everyone wants her around though. But you never in the party, if you're online gaming, no one wants to be the support caster. Everyone wants to be kind of up there dealing damage.
Yeah, everyone wants to be the DPS. Nobody wants to be the tank or the
support character. And she's a support character, and a good defense is a great offense. Or good offense is a great defense. I don't know what I mean.
I'm having a truly strawberry lemonade. Would you like some?
I'll take a quick sip.
Oh, okay.
I'll just have a quick sip of this because I'm curious.
I like my Seltzies.
It's actually nice. It's not too sweet. Generally, they're too sweet, something like that.
I debated bringing it in a brown paper bag to look more like a bum.
Yeah. Well, you are a bum now.
I am.
That's your new class. You used to be delivery driver, but now you are professional bum. Amateur handsome guy.
Amateur handsome guy. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brad.
With a little more work, a few makeovers will get you there.
Well,
Actually, Gordon Ramsay's here right now. Come on down, Gordon.
As long as I stop pulling out my beer here from stress.
Yeah, I just pull out the white ones. Aphrodite, 3.5 out of 5.
4.
Hephaestus, my boy.
I love him. I love his design.
Yes.
I don't love the boons.
I love so much this guy. He was one of my favorites in Greek mythology early on, the smithing god, just ugly, who was given a beautiful wife. I think it was Aphrodite.
It was, yeah.
And she hates him.
She cucks him.
And I'm just I've always thought he was a cool dude. I remember seeing him in God of War. I was pumped in there too. And seeing this fat dude show up, and he's always oh, I see you're using the Argent Skull. He always makes comments on your weapons, which he's a lot of the dialogue for these characters. I'm in such a rush. I skip. Guilty. I'm in a rush. I can't listen to everything.
I don't listen to all of them either. I read faster in my head than I do anywhere else. So it's like, all right, I understand you've got really great voice actors, but I've got some shit to kill.
He has the unique E Honda body from Street Fighter, ultra fat muscles.
Yeah.
Fat muscular is a cool thing.
He's got like distended abdomen, which I believe comes from drinking too much.
This guy drinks.
Yeah.
This guy drinks a lot.
Do you think he drinks like molten magma beer or something? That'd be cool.
He drinks whiskey. I'd say he's probably a whiskey drinker. Oh, no, he's got a beer gut.
He's beer.
He crushes an entire case of whatever he drinks.
And he's like barely drunk.
Yeah, he'd be fun to have around.
I'd like to play video games.
And he's less egotistical. If you have Zeus or Poseidon at your party, it's only about them.
Yeah.
And Hephaestus just wants to be one of the guys.
He's like, I'll strike my hammer down once every 10 seconds.
And then he'll give you like really good tips on maintaining your supplies.
Yeah.
I like this guy.
Yeah.
He causes explosions, a lot of his stuff. I like if you do a certain amount of damage, explosions trigger, or if you kill an enemy, an explosion triggers.
Those boons aren't like those boons are fantastic, but then you get the ones where it's like you dash and an explosion happens.
I wind up. He's probably in my top 4. He's up there. I don't know if I had to rank him, but
I don't really love using him. I'd prefer to upgrade the weapon's inherent abilities, like using the hammer. What's it called again?
Daedalus.
Yeah, the Daedalus. I prefer those well over. I prefer Artemis over
Hephaestus. 4.5 out of 5 for me.
3.5.
We have Hestia. Hestia is a cute little old granny. She's not your granny, but she's a cute little old granny.
Yeah.
Her boons are centered around fire and inflicting scorch, which cause foes to take 40 damage accrued for this every 1 second.
Ironically, the best one to use with this is the Twin Flames.
Yeah. I love her.
Yeah.
I love because she has one where every attack or special causes you to heal MP. Mm-hmm. And when you're running, it builds heavily based on
magic.
Because with my Umbral Flames, you'll get like a Poseidon or Hephaestus, like every certain amount of magic you deal will cause an explosion or added damage at the cost of magic on your Omega attacks.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll get up to using 35 magic per attack. So having something that's going to constantly also heal that or restore magic is huge. She has, I would argue, the best magic restoration abilities.
She definitely does. And if you go through your run correctly, you can get mostly just her because she's one of the more common ones that show up.
Yeah.
In my experience, she shows up a lot more than anybody else.
She calls me dearie.
Yeah, she's nice. Well, she's the goddess of the hearth, right? So she's like, it's all about home and warmth.
I love her.
But careful, the stove can get hot.
Yeah. Hestia 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah, agreed.
Eris, he shows up a little later. Eris boons and focus on inflicting doom, creating blade rifts, or increasing the damage of your attacks. If you inflict a wound, your strike has plus 50 power.
He appears a lot later.
When you get to the surface, he starts showing up then. My favorite thing with his is every time you dash, a line of blades drop.
Yes.
And that one's huge.
I mean, it just looks cool.
And he's got like his little eye makeup on.
Oh, yeah. He's ready for war.
He's kind of emo in that sense. Like he wears eye makeup out and he thinks he looks
less
cooler.
emo in 1?
I think so.
Okay. So he's just really upset. He should be happy, though. Like, war is literally happening.
Yeah. And hates Kratos, this guy.
Sure does.
Eris, I like seeing him. I always put him in Hephaestus as like, I'm always happy to see him, but I'm not looking for him.
Yeah. I feel about the same.
I'll give him a 4 out of 5.
But you can't really stack his boons. So I would give him a 3.
Well, you can. The blades fall quicker. The blades cause more damage.
Right.
Athena, she's one of them that just shows up sometimes. That's frustrating. There's a certain number of characters who might just show up in an arena and you're looking for them and you hope they're there. She has the most powerful boon in the game, restore all death defiances.
I know.
And save runs. I'll go there and I'm missing 3 death defiances and I'm up there at the surface and she's like, hey, you want them all back?
Yeah.
That's massive.
It's huge.
Here's 3 revives. For that reason, 5 out of 5.
Yeah, we'll give her a 5 out of 5.
Dionysus, my dude's having a party. There's satyrs everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
You always walk in, he's like, come on, guys. Another bottle already?
I miss
my dick's hanging out again.
I miss his drunk abilities from 1.
Yes. You can get a little bit of that, but it's not like baked in.
Same.
No, there'll be like drunk clouds. You can like enemies in a drunk cloud.
I like that.
But it's not the same.
No.
I find him annoying because ranking him up requires all the way to the surface runs and hoping he shows up.
I found the surface runs way easier than going down.
It's not that it's tough, it's that it's tedious.
Yeah.
And they take a lot longer to get there, and then he doesn't show up half the time.
Well, especially going through the city and then dealing with the boat ride over.
And then Eris.
Who can really fuck you up.
She's more difficult than a lot of the other bosses, I would argue.
Oh, yeah. She was a real barrier for me.
Plus that pixie haircut.
Oh, yeah. She's cute and she looks angry.
Who are we on? Dionysus, 3.5 out of 5.
Same.
Artemis. She's like your sister. She's like your bad.
No,
bad
she's cutie though. She's my second.
But she is actually like kind of a sister in your group. That's the relationship for Melinoe anyways.
For Melinoe, but not for me.
She shows up and she's one of those random ones. She has also one of my absolute favorite abilities. Every attack spawns an arrow that seeks another enemy.
I like that.
Huge.
Yeah.
Double your attack.
Yeah.
You can, to max out her relationship, you have to sync with her at home base.
I've done that, yeah.
And I never know if I have to wait a certain amount of time, so I wind up letting it play for like a minute. I'm like, shit, I have to fucking do a run. 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah, same.
We have Hermes, and it's funny that he calls you Melly, or is that fucking Icarus? One of them calls you Melly, and I'm like, leave Tyler out of this.
I didn't even stop to think that.
Hermes is your fast boy.
Yep.
He's your quick guy. And he's another one that I'm like never looking for, but always happy to get. He increases the speed of stuff, which is always good.
I mean, your running speed, sometimes I don't really care about that.
Yeah, dashes can be happening quicker. Don't need it.
Yeah, I don't need faster dashes or wait time between dashes. It's just it. I think with him, it's a little harder to truly understand how he's helping you in the moment to moment action of the game.
Yeah,
I feel like it's doing a lot. I would bet that it's doing a lot more than what you feel, but when it doesn't change how I'm really playing the game at all.
If you get a nice like rare or legendary attack is like 20% faster.
Yeah,
that's huge.
That's massive.
And he also becomes kind of a merchant. He has his own shops where you run into that little turtle and it's like Hermes will deliver this in 6 rounds. Mm-hmm. And he's also your merchant when you get too high that Charon can't go to.
Yeah.
He's a merchant at the top. Hermes, 4.5 out of 5. He's cool.
Yeah. I do like that they made him. I think one of the things about this game that I think is really interesting is the character designs. They're all different races.
Yeah.
Like everyone has like representation in it. It's very like queer coded in so many ways.
Yeah.
I just think like, why would they all have to look like Greek people or like white guys? You know?
Yeah.
Why would they? Make Hermes Asian. That's great.
Could use some black characters.
They do have black characters.
They could use more black characters.
Well, they've got Hestia, Hera.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vulcan kind of looks. I shouldn't get into that.
Well, and then okay, so the only other one that's like offering boons, I think, is Icarus. He flew too close to the sun. He's been in a relationship with Melly.
Oh yeah,
she's something they did is the reason she's missing an arm. I didn't pay attention to when he talks because I'm in a rush.
Yeah, Because you're so close to the top anyway.
Yeah, he's cool. I like his story. 3.5 out of 5. And then, quick note on elements. Certain duo boons or legendary boons will say if you have 8 earth elements, increase 20% damage on everything. They're massive when you get them the right elements.
It's really hard to line up that shot, though.
To get 8 earth?
Yeah.
To me, I usually don't have issues. By the time I get it, I'm already sitting at 4 or 5, and then you just aim for those. Because certain Olympians or boons will give you water, air, like different elements, and some of them are like if you have 2 of every element, this happens, and that's like a thing that that I wasn't paying attention to at first, but I got a lot better at.
Yeah, a lot of it does break down to luck, though.
Yeah,
there are some that are like God level that could like really just make the run super easy, but in order to do that, you have to be paying attention. And you're like, well, I can't get this Zeus boon because I need more of like Hephaestus.
Crossroads. Keepsakes. Keepsakes are something that you're going to be acquiring from everybody that you make a relationship with.
We're not going through all of them, are we?
Nope.
Okay.
What's your favorite?
My favorite one early on is the money boost.
Always a solid one.
Especially when you upgrade it fully. Having 200 coins at the beginning of a run can really change the entire outcome going forward.
Yeah.
I will often choose to upgrade. One of the first things I did is I upgraded Hestia. I upgraded her boon.
It's nice because when you use the Olympians, as you rank them up through using them, it's like guaranteed to get certain rarity.
Rareness, yeah, which is the most important thing to curb the luck a little bit.
Yeah.
Because if you get the weak shit, then you're just like, I could have been way more powerful than this.
I always start with Demeter because I want attack freezing.
Yeah.
So that's always my first one. What is the feather? I think you get it. There's one that your Omega moves do like an extra 40% damage with the Umbral Flames. Mm-hmm. You have to have taken 250 damage before it goes into effect. So usually about round like location 2 or 3 as I'm moving up or down, I switch to that. And then with the Umbral Flames Omega attacks getting like a massive boost, it's huge.
Yeah.
I forget I think it might have been Medea's feathers, but that one's big. The Cauldron, you're going to get different incantations for different things along the way.
I do like the Cauldron. It kind of makes crafting fun.
Yeah. And it gives you something to look for. Mm-hmm. You need to get more S-Dust or this or that. The Wretched Broker, just a big old ghost boy that sells you stuff.
Oh, he's fun. And then you can get like more of the ashes or the bones.
Yep. Sell your fish. You can resell your old stuff to get kudos to perk or like pimp your place out.
Upgrading Melinoe is always priority number 1.
Yes.
Because you don't want any of that base stat shit.
And at some point, my only priority was maxing out relationships because I knew that was always a big part of the ladder aspect of the game. So I was always going for that. Farming, you're going to collect materials, you're going to farm stuff there. The Altar of Ashes, we mentioned some of the arcana. Animal familiars, Phrenos the frog.
Phrenos is so cute.
He gives you more hearts and you instantly convert Lost Shades because they look at him and they're like, fuck yeah, I'll join you.
And you don't have to do that weird game of Simon Says.
So dumb. All of that's very annoying.
I hate it.
There is one spirit you always need to say hello to, and I think it's the end of Cerberus's room. There's a little red spirit by the door.
You salute him, yeah.
If you say enough to him, he comes there. That's actually, what is it? A certain spirit from Hades 1.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, if you have to do it enough before he comes all the way back. Tula the cat was my favorite because the cat gives you extra death defiance and automatic fishing spots, which that's fine.
Yeah.
But the extra death defiance, there's nothing going to beat it.
No.
The thing is, though, like a cat, it won't do anything.
Nope.
Unless you have to dash by it, like sprint by it, and then it'll do one attack. Otherwise, it just sits anywhere. There is one weapon. Fuck, I forget which one it is. Every time you do a cast, it creates a laser beam between you and your animal familiar.
The black jacket.
The black jacket. It's great with the cat because the cat will be at one end of the arena and you can just use it to run back and forth.
Oh, that's cool.
So that one's okay.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a mechanic.
You have Rocky the Raven, increased critical damage chance, and you find more outcroppings for materials. Hecuba the Hound, more magic and find more digging spots. And then you have Gale the Polecat, which is like a marmot.
Yeah, basically.
More dodge chance and move speed, more likely to find flora.
You know, back in the day when they were naming animals, sometimes it was just like, it's like a cat, but it's long, like a pole.
It's like a polecat or something. I'm pretty sure like Tula actually means cat in like ancient Greek.
Might.
I think I was watching something about that. They're just another little thing.
It's cool to have them around. I thought they were going to do more, to be honest, but I think they're fun.
Let's talk briefly about some of the regions. Erebus, you'll run into Arachne, the spider lady. She desperately doesn't want to be a spider. You have to convince, I think, Medea to unspider her. That's one of the things. She's trying not to be a spider anymore.
She gives you fun outfits.
Our first boss we're going to run into is Hecate.
And she's trying to she's trying to make you prove that you can get to Kronos.
Not maybe challenging the first time until you learn the attacks. Dodging the curse was a big triumph for me, where she turns you into an animal.
Oh, I allow it to happen, but if you are not close to her, you can dodge most of those projectiles. I don't.
Yeah.
I think I'm to a point now where when I get hit by it, I don't get hit by any of the auxiliary shit that's going on.
Yeah. Once you get used to it, it's not so bad. And every one of these bosses has a special, like, harder version you can run into with the extra added difficulties.
Oh, yeah.
And hers is just like all three of them are doing the same, like, level of crazy attacks instead of just one. In Oceanus, awesome region. Big fan of Oceanus. You run into Narcissus, who is just a narcissistic boy who used to date Echo. And he's very vain.
Yes.
He'll give you some materials. And the boss there is Scylla and her band.
That song rips so hard.
Well, she has like, the later you go, she'll turn to like 5 songs.
Yeah.
And I think the funniest thing is when afterwards Melinoe was like, I hate that song. I'm like, bitch, you crazy. That shit is on fire.
So in Supergiant games, especially when you're talking about like Bastion or Transistor, there's always the same artist. She sings every single one of them.
Yeah.
In Bastion, it was Build the Wall. Have you ever heard that?
No, I never played Bastion.
You'd like Bastion. Transistor, it's called Move Into the Country or something like that.
Ate a lot of peaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Presidents of the
I
United
didn't know that
States.
she was in that band.
Oh, yeah, totally. But whenever that music specifically pops up, you're just like, oh, she's still singing for this, huh? That's great.
I love this boss fight.
Oh, it's amazing.
Scylla's voice acting is super fun. All the music is great. Fun fact, if you go into the menu and turn music off, you walk in there and she's pissed.
That's cool.
Yep. She
I
makes
like
a
that.
comment on it.
Metatextual. I enjoy that.
Yeah, I love these gals. They're always fun. Legendary sea monster that plague the seas. In the Fields of Morning, you run into Echo, who is just like something that repeats what you say. And she usually can give you some good stuff.
The Fields of Morning is cool because I like that it's kind of more of an open space concept.
I hated it when I got there the first time.
Yeah.
Until I learned that you go to the tree, and then the tree will tell you specifically where everything is, the gold tree there.
And I kind of like wandering around. They've got like mini upgrades hanging around out there too. So it's like you want 5 more HP, here you go.
Yep. Always just always grab them all.
Just grab them. You need more magic. You always do.
The boss here is Infernal Cerberus.
Very fun boss battle.
And our angry boy.
Yeah. I love just how intimidating those first few fights against him are. But once you really understand what he's up to, you're just like, I've got you fucking pegged, man.
Stay behind him. Watch out for some AoE.
Yeah. And then that massive explosion attack.
Yeah. I love it when all of a sudden the AoE is just like the whole arena.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It's because you got to get what? You got to stay within his direct radius. Is that what it is?
It goes, it can be either.
I haven't played the game in 2 months.
It can be either the whole thing or like the inside. Actually, petting him is the ultimate goal of the game because you run into him later. And until I can pet him, I didn't feel whole as a person.
Yep.
because that's part of the first game is it doesn't do anything to after a while, but in the first game you always pet Cerberus. Mm-hmm. Which is what you do.
Yeah. And then when he denies you, you're like, what did I fucking do to you, dude? I just released you from magic.
So I try every time and he's like, fuck off.
I mean, your dad's not happier there either, so I bet he's just mimicking that.
Yeah.
I do like that he's just chained up. I'm like, can't you do anything, fucker?
Did you notice the arena that they're in is Boldy's room from the first game? And Boldy is right behind Cerberus.
No shit.
Next time you go in there, Boldy's got moss on him. He's quit rolling. Boldy's just right there behind Cerberus.
Fuck off. That's awesome.
You're going to notice it next time. Boldy from the first game, one of the best characters.
Wasn't he paired with Sisyphus?
Boldy the Boulder. He was just one of those rooms where he just give you a brief reprieve and you can give him a gift and he'll give you something back.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now I recall.
When Kronos took control of the Underworld, he cast out Cerberus as he has no need for him. Cerberus was corrupted by its energies, warping him into the beast. In Tartarus, the NPC you can run into is Hades and eventually Persephone as well.
I like his boons a lot.
They're powerful. They're generally all about fucking with Kronos.
Yeah.
And some of them are pretty big.
I do like that there's an immediate, like, oh, you want to take away like a full quarter of his health, which doesn't mean anything because he's got 2 phases anyway, but that first little bump can really help you out if you don't quite know what you're doing.
Yeah. Yep. Right when you're starting your fights against Kronos, any extra help is huge because Kronos was definitely a barrier for me for quite a while. And speaking of the Titan of Time, the father of Hades, Poseidon, and Zeus, Kronos has gone bad.
Very much so. He escaped Tartarus.
And the boss fight was very tough for me at first.
It's rough when you hit that second phase. The second phase can be absolutely brutal because there's so much going on the screen and it's all very shiny. And maybe I'm the only one who gets kind of distracted by the shiny.
Yeah.
But when you start to realize that there actually is some AoE to it and there are like safe spots within those, sometimes you just have to be like, all right, I got to stop attacking for a moment. I just got to stay safe because that's kind of the only way to get through that entire fight. You
got to play smart and you got to stop attacking, which is very hard for me as someone who spams attacks.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, when getting to the second phase, I felt like that was a massive triumph. And then he just keeps going. He just keeps going. Once I beat him a couple times, he's never been really much of an issue. Once you know his attack patterns and know what to avoid.
Especially when he slices the air and creates like those time rifts, you know that you should just stay a certain amount away from those no matter what. And then you're just kind of like, all right, well. It's when he does those line dashes that you really got to fucking watch out.
Yeah.
I hate those fucking things. Because that's fucked me up more than once, even knowing all of his bullshit.
It's great. Once you learn them, though, it's very much a fucking roguelite. It's a metagame. It takes a long time to get there, but you get there more and more, and eventually you get the swing of it. I remember I beat him one time without being hit once.
Oh, shit.
And he made the comment, he's like, not a scratch. I was like, that's right, bitch.
I'm like, why don't you just give up?
Go home, Grandpa, you're drunk.
Fucker.
Then, conversely, we have the surface. Ephira is the city. You're running to Medea here, but I like that they have all the rooms, and cool. You can choose what you want.
Yeah, I like that because you light 5 flames, so you choose 6. So you choose 6 rooms. Those are your boons. What I like about it also is that there are some hidden rooms within rooms.
Yeah, bonus rooms.
Yes.
Where you get the extra little bonus things.
It's usually cash.
Or like a bonus element, which is better than you think. I like also they have double heart rooms. Like that's a really good to get an extra 50 health early on. Mm-hmm. That's another great one. Polyphemus, an infamous man-eater cyclops shepherd that once clashed with Odysseus. His crew entered a cave filled with provisions that belonged to the Cyclops, but they were caught. He ate some of them, and Odysseus tricked him by getting him drunk and blinding him, which allowed his crew to escape. I love his fucking gangster affectation. A fun enough boss fight too. I beat him the first try, but he's the shepherd Cyclops that is a gangster is just fun to me.
He can hit you pretty hard if you don't know what you're doing right away. Even if you try to keep distance, he can kind of close in on you pretty fast.
Yeah.
So dashing is extremely important.
extra version of this boss fight with the modifiers brings Medea into the fight.
Oh, shit.
And she throws poison all over the arena, and you have to go and heal yourself at various fountains.
Oh, I fucking hate that.
Very tough.
Yeah.
In the Rite of Thessaly, this is where you're going on all the ships, you will encounter Eris here. She's the personification of strife and the daughter of Nyx. At some point, she stole the adamant rail from the goddess Hestia and planned to use it to sow chaos. She calls me babe.
You like that?
I don't hate it.
I like her. I do kind of get pissed off that she can just hang out at the crossroads after like actively trying to annihilate you.
Yeah.
It's like, why don't you fuck off?
I'm trying to do something.
She also litters, Brad. That's not cool.
all over. I don't know. I pick up after her. I have like 80 pieces of garbage you threw down.
Dang, man, you are such a cuck.
Yeah. No arguments here. Mount Olympus, first time I got here, I was like, holy shit, this is tough.
It's tough, but it's cool.
Cool area. You fight Prometheus.
Yep.
You run into Heracles as well. In the bonus fight, you fight Prometheus and Heracles at the same time. Very tough. Prometheus is the Titan of foresight who sided with the gods in the Titan War, the elder twin brother of Epimetheus, and the brother-in-law of Pandora. After the war, he stole the gift of fire and gave it to mortal kind. One of my favorite, I think he's my favorite mythological story in Greek.
Yeah, don't they chain him to a rock and let eagles feed on him?
Every day. And it always regrows. That's his punishment for giving the gift of knowledge to mankind. The ability to have independence from the gods is why he was killed. My favorite thing.
Especially after watching Frankenstein.
The subtitle of the original book is The Modern Prometheus. Prometheus's fight, very tough the first time I did it because...
Very tough the first time. Because he zooms out and like does like dive bombing runs.
Where you have... There's 3 sections and you'll have like 1 or maybe 2 safe spots, but you have to memorize them.
Yep. But
then the first time I got to the section where he has 5 of them, I just fucking lost count very quick. I'm like, well, I'm going to die now probably. You can actually do a dash and dodge through them if you're really good.
So you got to time it to like the moment that the attack drops.
Yeah.
I hate that.
And then there's another location. There's the summit after this where you'll fight Typhon, a legendary giant monster, the father of all monsters. They're all descended from him. Chaos can actually make some comments like, yeah, not really what I intended, but I'm not going to stop it now. Chaos is always interesting. Once defeated by the gods and sealed under Mount Etna, has been freed by Kronos. Massive fight, giant enemy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Difficult at first, easy once you get the hang of it. I think is it always Zeus that helps?
Because all I've ever had.
It's all that I've ever had. I wasn't sure if it was like whoever.
I think it's because he's the lord of that area.
Yeah,
like he's the sky god essentially, so it makes a ton of sense. I've never had any of the other boons help me out.
Yeah, I think it's always Zeus. I like this fight. I think the song is underwhelming for it because it seems kind of generic, big monster-y. And it's fine. Typhon is just a monster, just a big baddie.
You can tell he was a late addition to the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do the bonus version of this fight, you fight Typhon and Kronos at the same time.
No.
And I got to the point where Zeus shows up and I was like, fuck yeah, I'm ready. And then it's Kronos at the front. He's like, oh, you thought you'd get some help here? And I shit my pants.
Yeah.
And then after that, you get to go into Olympus and see statues, and it's all good and dandy. And then essentially Zeus is like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. Like, you could be a little more grateful.
Honestly, you're not doing much.
Briefly mention the Chaos Trials. There's the Oath of the Unseen. These are the ones where you can get variance, increase speed, increase attack. We've talked about a lot of that already. To get the true ending of this game, have you gotten the true ending?
No, but it was spoiled for me on Reddit. So I was like, eventually I will play this again, and I'll play it over and over as the years go by.
Yeah.
So I wasn't worried about it. I was like, there are other games to play right now because it's been so chaotic. And so I had to jump to something else.
So originally, the true ending for the game, you had to defeat Kronos 5 times, defeat Typhon 4 times, collect Giga from Zagreus in the mirror, cast an incantation, defeat Typhon one more time, cast an incantation, and defeat Kronos one last time to cause...
So 6 and 5.
Yep, to cause the ultimate ending. People were very upset at the ending, a la Mass Effect 3.
Yeah.
Some critics and gamers expressed that the game was excellent, but they thought the true ending was underwhelming, anticlimactic. The resolution of the game is decided by Zagreus, not Melinoe, which I understand you've been one character the whole time, and then Zagreus does this huge decision without you.
Right.
He chooses to help spare Kronos, and that's not what you guys discussed, and it does come a little out of nowhere. I was fine with it.
I think it mimics his story from the first game, where he's more of a tender. He's always been a tender guy, a little bit more of like a.
He breaks fights up.
He breaks fights up, and like the whole point of him going through his journey in the first one isn't like to seek vengeance or anything like that. He just wants to get through to his dad.
He just wants like. One thing I will say about this game is I find Melinoe's story much less interesting than Zagreus's. Zagreus has got this core element of I need to see my mom and understand why she's not here.
It's thematically tighter. I will give you that. They definitely went big with this one. I don't think there's going to be a Hades 3. To be completely honest with you, I think they've blown their load. I think it's done after this. But I think that this is. I think that Hades 1 is Alien, and I think that Hades 2 is Aliens.
And I prefer Alien.
I'm an Aliens boy.
Yeah, I don't know. Zagreus' story is just more solid, succinct, and straightforward.
Yeah.
Melinoe's is just kind of all over the place. This is me complaining about a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
But comparing the two, the core motivation of seeing his mother.
It's pretty. I mean, you and I, we're part of the Dead Moms Club.
Yes.
So we're probably both very sensitive to that idea anyway.
And he only gets like 10 seconds with her when he gets up there, and it's like, what is he going to say? I find that very emotionally moving. Versus, I am a witch raised by another witch with abs.
Yeah.
And it's all fun and it's all good.
I found Melinoe's...
Kronos is less interesting to me than Hades.
I found Melinoe's story more compelling. I do like revenge narratives to a certain degree. You end up finding out that revenge isn't always like the best thing on the face of the fucking planet, or maybe there was a better way to go about it. But I do like that she is very soft-spoken, and she has a lot going on underneath the surface in the way that she interacts with the other characters. I think Zag was a little bit more earnest and straightforward.
Yeah.
So with Melinoe, and especially in her dialogue, I kept coming up to this idea where it's just like, oh, you guys have a rich history. Melinoe's not really concerned with it, but she's also projecting it to you, like the person reading what's going on the screen.
She calls him out to the narrator. Fuck, what's his name? The narrator.
Yeah.
Homer. She's like, Homer, be quiet for a while. I'm playing. And Melinoe was upset at the narrator.
Oh, it's Homer narrating?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
That's one of those things you have to play a million hours and they start doing little vague allusions to it.
Do you know what sucks is that we lost so many, because we have the Iliad and the Odyssey.
Yeah.
But there's like 15 more of them
that we don't have.
Heartbreaking. It sucks.
So the ending, a lot of people were upset. In response to this backlash, Supergiant released a patch in October 2025. It has since arrived also on the Switch 2.
What's the new ending?
Increased Underworld clears. You have to defeat Kronos more times. And you speak with Zagreus more often about his plan, so it's something you guys talk about together.
Okay.
Adds new story events and dialogue, including interactions with Kronos, Zagreus, Hecate, Hades, and Persephone, and revised some scenes to provide a more complete and satisfying conclusion to the main story. If you've already beaten the true ending like me, there's an incantation called Returning to a Real Possibility, so you can replay without having to start a new game. Faster prophecy fulfillment, and several faded list prophecies related to key characters, and the epilogue was increased, allowing related story events to unfold more quickly.
So people were upset that you don't like murder Kronos' ass?
That Zagreus has all the agency for the ending instead of Melinoe.
I think that this is actually a legitimate criticism then.
I think, when you want your character to be involved.
Yeah. So letting her be more involved, maybe him explaining his actions, I think that works.
Yeah, just having them talk through it, I think, fixes some things. I was fine with it, but this is something they included. I was near the very end of the true ending, and it was released on the Switch 2, and it's like, restart the game and apply the update. I'm like, fuck you. No. I want to get the true ending first, and then I don't want to be hamstrung by more completions.
It much like Mass Effect 3. What the fuck was the ghost child? Excuse me? Was it the consciousness of the universe or an AI that sealed itself off?
And then there's the perfect theory about how it was. Yeah. Like
how
the
you were
indoctrination theory or whatever.
Yeah. That you were always in the control ending.
And then they make a statement, no, the interesting one's not real. So, Hades 2's endgame. You can get new keepsakes from Hades and Persephone. You can fight Zagreus. In Charon's shop, there'll be a way to go fight Zagreus in the arena. And Kronos. You can wake up Hypnos. And then there's the epilogue ending, which is different than the true ending. This is where you have to find the three fates. To get this, you get a special fated prophecy. You have to max out certain characters' relationships with Moros, Chaos, Hecate, Prometheus or Heracles, and Hermes or Charon. And then you need to, I hate it, use the engraved pin, which if you die, you get 10 seconds to finish the room and you don't die. You need to do that 3 rooms in a row in Oceanus.
Fuck off.
And then on the 4th time, you let yourself permanently die, and then the 3 fates visit you on the way out.
That's stupid.
It tells you about it. It tells you something, like, it tells you kind of how to get there.
I don't like that.
I hate it. Don't tie the epilogue ending.
So you just have to let yourself become a punching bag out from one enemy for 3 rooms in a row?
Yep. But I guess to meet them, you have to die. That's how you wind up meeting Moros is dying, and then he visits you on the way out. But
that's true.
It's not great. I don't love it. But then the 3 fates visit you in this beautiful scene, and then they essentially, the ending is now the fates. After a while, we're going to leave you alone. We're no longer involved, and it's going to be up to humans to make their own decisions. So it kind of ties in where humanity comes from the Greek gods, and they're no longer affecting us.
I guess if the game had been more about any humans,
right?
We
Which it's not.
We don't see a lot of human struggle in this game. You know what I mean?
No. I mean, they're all either gods or offshoots of gods. You have like...
They're gods or monsters. That's basically it. Gods, monsters, and witches.
Any final thoughts on Hades 2 before we rank it?
So I actually think I prefer this game to Hades 1, if only for... I think the combat is more comprehensive. It's a little more interesting. There's a lot more going on. I like the bigger scope. I like how they kind of pushed the Maxim. Because when you play Hades 1, you're like, how can you do better than this? And I actually think they did in a lot of ways. I think you're right on the story. I found ways to be more interested. I liked that there was a bit more of like a treasure hunt kind of vibe, where you're looking for a lot more stuff. You're figuring stuff out as you go. I think from a design standpoint, it's just a bigger, better video game. Otherwise, yeah, I love them both. It's really hard. It's like picking your favorite child.
It has the feeling of, not dissimilar to Silksong, where it's a DLC that just grew way too big and it became its own thing.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely like, what if Hades won again?
That's what sequels are.
Sometimes. Sometimes they're not.
Sometimes they're not, but for the most part, you're just giving people more of what they loved and kind of in trying to improve on what you already did. Sometimes you can be successful with that. Sometimes you aren't always. This is by no means a sophomore effort. This is not a failure to me. by any degree.
No. It's following perfection with perfection, which somehow it's just like it's not underwhelming, but it's also like, yep, they did it again. Where
Look at 'em go.
Yeah, it's more perfection. So to me, it's not better than Hades 1, and the fact that I find the story to Hades 1 so much more interesting, makes it just a slight, small hair just below Hades 1.
And I think that's you have a lot of fair criticisms.
This is the year where I complain about the best games ever.
It's really difficult because now I find myself rethinking what I've said about games I've played in this year. It's kind of disturbing.
It's amazing.
If this had come out,
we're fucking blessed. We are so blessed.
It's what you keep saying. Imagine if this had come out a year ago.
Yeah.
Or even a year from now. I think people would have been like, holy fuck, look at this thing go. Now I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what my game of the year is.
We'll find out. But what we'll do now is put it into the Dogcast game rankings.
Okay, this one's going to be hard.
Which is currently 77 games long. So we're going to go right in the middle.
77.
Hades 2 or Final Fantasy 7 Remake.
Hades 2.
Hades 2.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would beat Rebirth.
I don't know if it'd beat Rebirth.
Hades 2 or Celeste.
I like Hades 2 better.
Celeste.
Dang.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, scissors. 1, 2, 3, paper.
Fuck. All right, you got it.
All right. Hades 2 or Mega Man X?
Hades 2.
Hades 2. Hades 2 or Okami? Hades 2.
Okami.
I'll give it to you.
All right.
Hades 2 or Cuphead?
Hades 2 for its pure replayability.
Cuphead, because it's so much more original. Hades 2 is just more Hades, and Cuphead is so singular.
Okay, you got me. Cuphead.
Hades 2 or Inscription?
Hades 2.
Hades 2. That was not easy for me.
I can keep playing.
Yeah, replayability is insane.
Yeah, that's important to me in a video game.
And the final competition, Hades 2 or Super Monkey Ball? Super Monkey Ball.
If it were Super Monkey Ball 2, I would say Super Monkey Ball 2, but I got to give it to Hades.
All right. 1, 2, 3, paper. 1, 2, 3, scissors. All righty. And that puts Hades 2 at number 24.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Considering we talk about really good games all the time.
I think we could also do a couple of re-rankings if we wanted to. Some things I think wound up in interesting spots. Like Hades 1 is at number 8.
We have a flawed little system, but I think it's fun.
I also don't know. Expedition 33 is currently at number 1.
I agree with that one, though.
I do not agree with that one. It is up there.
It is. I think
it's better than Bloodborne, in my opinion.
I think it's better than Bloodborne.
And just for our patrons.
Speaking of games that are iterating on other things.
Special thanks to our Patreon executive producers. That would include the wonderful Phil Wright, Brian Ward, Ryan Christianick, Kip Kipper, Jordan Hoff, Kelly Gutowski, Phil just Red Bear Phil, thanks Tyler, Justin Melly, Just Sonic, Spetsnaz, Ejot, and Tony Pepperoni. If you want access to bonus episodes of all of our shows, earlier access, check out patreon.com/Hair of the Dogcast. And that being said, we will see you on the next episode of Raw Dogs to discuss Silk Song, which will be episode 150. Wow. Patreon, if that confuses you, it's because you've already had access to 25 bonus episodes along the way.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, we will see you next time on Raw Dogs.
See you then, boyos and girlies.